They are doing their best to promote the student athlete and the game. Be a positive representative of your school community. At this time, please rise for our prayer. Heavenly Father, we praise and thank you for the gift of life which we abundantly enjoy this evening. May our cheers be a song of praise and thanksgiving for all the many blessings you have bestowed on us. And may all the efforts made tonight be offered for the glory of the name of Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting cadets. At guard, number 2, senior Trey Wood. At guard, number 5, sophomore Ishmael Leggett. At guard, number 14, junior Casey Marcel. At forward, number 21, junior Jalen Abbott. And at forward, number 32, senior Richard Mantubu. The head coach of the visiting cadets is Behan. Now, let's meet the starting lineup for your host, the Bishop McNamara Mustangs. At guard, Stockville from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, number 5, Kenneth Ruman. At guard, senior from Fairmount Lake, Maryland, number 1, LaShawn Taylor. At guard, senior from White Plains, Maryland, number 0, Billy Williams. At forward, senior from White Plains, Maryland, number 2, Michael Marshall. At forward, senior from District West, Maryland, number 4, Brandon Carter. Red Blue from Mustang, the Guardian Team line, assisted by Dave Evans, Rob Rubin, Darrell Hall, Harold Early, Jamie Sherrick, Dan Kirkland, and Rob Leafield. Referees for tonight's game are Patrick Donovan, Tommy Hunter, and Tyrone Conyers.
We are now live with CJ Productions, bringing you this Mustang Media. I'm Shanice Lee, and alongside of me is Dimitri Antonio. We have a wonderful game for you guys tonight. We have the Bishop McNamara Mustangs versus the St. John's Cadets. This is going to be a wonderful game, Dimitri.
I'm excited. We have a packed house here today. I think everyone's excited as we are.
We're getting ready for tip. Right now, we have the 7-2 Mustangs looking to make it 8-2, and the Cadets are 6-3. Tip ball on the way. Miss Tip goes to the Mustang. Ibn Williams secures the ball. He brings it up. Running this offense to Womack. Back to Williams. Womack coming off the back screen. Williams, quick kick to Marshall. He attacks. Monster jam by Nigel Marshall. That's the way to start the game.
Wow, he lifted off almost outside the paint and levitated towards the rack to finish strong. Marshall with a strong jam there.
Definitely make your statement early.
Got the crowd into it. The defense is tight now.
St. John's attack. Runs into a brick wall. A block is called on the floor. I don't know, Dimitri. I think I would have went with a charge with that
I think he was in position. I thought they anticipated that cut right there on the baseline. I thought he was there waiting for it, but it was a blocking call. Got the crowd into it early here. That monster dunk last possession.
We're going to see a lot of that. Actually, Nigel Marshall made the game-winning 3 against St. Mary's Riken. The Cadets ready to set this offense. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Savannah's defense. Pass to the perimeter. Jab steps. Good step back. The shot is off the mark. And the ball is off the Mustangs. The Cadets' ball.
Great defense right there to force that long shot. Unfortunately, couldn't snag that rebound. Another possession here for St. John's.
Balls in, balls in the corner. Great defense by Womack. 3-point shot. It is off the mark. Rebounded by Marshall. Williams bringing the ball up. The Cadets are in the man-to-man defense. To Marshall. Womack up top. Almost trapped the 3-point line. Great defense by the Cadets. Nigel attacks again, loses the ball. The Cadets off to the races. Kick out to the 3-point. Shot is up. It is good for the Cadets. Williams bringing the ball up. Pass to Marshall. Womack. Williams with a nice cut. Back to Williams. The shot is up. Long 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Joyner. Back out to Marshall. Thought about the 3-point. Big flop down low. Joyner missed the layup, but Marshall was right there for that cleanup.
He definitely fouled out right there. Joyner wish he had had it. The guy flopped on Joyner's take. I think he anticipated a little more contact. He didn't get it. Why he missed that. Marshall with the great putback.
That was a big flop.
Still here, trying to get it. St. John's comes up with it. Ball on the block here for St. John's.
Attack goes up.
Great defense right there.
Great no call. Marshall with the ball. Quick pass to Womack. Back out to Taylor. Shoots the 3. It is up and off the mark. Cadets bringing the ball up. Attacks goes up. It is good. Nice way to keep the defender on his backside and had a little scoop layup with his right hand.
Exactly. Yeah, good job. That was a nice scoop layup. St. John's standing man-to-man here. Thinking they have the athletes to run with Mustangs.
Joyner with the ball. He attacks. Goes up. Rims right off. The Cadets pushing his ball up the court. Throws the brakes on.
I want to see Joyner go straight up right there. I don't want to see him pick a side. Shots up from 3. It drops in. It's good with the rainbow shot from St. John's. I want to see him go straight at the defender right there other than picking the side, making it easy for the defender to guard him.
Definitely. Mustangs has to get up on that 3-point shot. They were giving him too much room.
Yeah.
Williams pass to Taylor. Taylor loses the ball, gets it back, goes up. Monster block by the Cadets. The Cadets are off and running. Pass kick back. Back out to the 3-point line. Great swing. Shot is up. Off the mark. Rebounded by one of the Cadets and one. That's the way to crash the board, young man.
That was a tough putback right there. He grabbed that ball midair, got fouled, and still found a way to get in there.
Mustangs can't get caught ball watching at all.
That last possession right there. Taylor was down low. I thought he had a shot right there. It's a little too many pump fakes, too many head fakes. Sometimes you have to go at the defenders and then force them to block it or force them to foul you. Don't give them the block.
Definitely.
Basket is good on the line, shooting one for Kyle Leggett. Entering the game for the Mustangs, number 3.
We have Wilkins that just checked in for Taylor. So now we have a little bit more speed on the floor.
Yeah, Coach gave Taylor a start. I think he wanted to use a little more size coming out.
Shots up is good. That tallies the score 11-4. Cadets. Williams bringing this ball up. Surveying the defense, facilitating. Marshall with the ball. Back out to Joyner. Back to Wilkins. You see that looking for Marshall. Long three by Womack. It is good.
Great three from Womack. A lot of intensity here right now for the Mustangs and for the Cadets. We're going to see this is going to be a really intense game.
Definitely. Womack showing that range bright and early this game.
Joyner doing a good job of shutting down that pick and roll.
Almost a steal there for Womack. Attacks. Great help side.
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't agree with that call at all. He was definitely in position.
This is the second time we've seen the Mustangs anticipate this baseline drive. This time was sooner than the other time. This player was in position almost before the cadet player really started to pick up some speed. He was sitting there waiting for that one. I definitely thought that was going to be a charge call. Unfortunately, it's not, but great defense, and I think they should continue those rotations the same exact way. Don't change a thing. But the ball doesn't lie there. We're missing that first free throw.
The ball definitely doesn't lie. That was a great charge. And that was actually the big man Joyner that took that charge.
Yeah,
and I like
nice.
to see, you normally don't see big men taking charges at all.
And that's being well coached and having great discipline to stay there and take that charge with their hands up high. He makes the second one there.
Sub at the table, number three, Delani Hunt checking in. Pass to Marshall. Back to Joyner. To Williams. Back to Kirkland. Kirkland attacks. Oh, excuse me. That's Womack. Marshall goes up. The shot is off. Rebounded by number 2, Wood. Wood sizing up the defender. He attacks. Goes up. Way off the mark. Womack leaks out. He goes up, takes some contact, and one.
Great finish for Womack. Great finish.
And that's what you want to see. You want to see the Mustangs early, crashing the boards and pushing that ball up. They're at their best when they're basically at a track meet.
Womack did a really good job of feeling the contact. He actually slowed down a little bit to prepare himself to finish through the contact. And he actually got the foul here, looking to finish for the and one.
That was great concentration.
Finishes right there, the and one.
Wood bringing the ball up, but Williams right on top of him. Wilkins get beat on the baseline, but he loses it. Cadets get the ball back. Great trap in the corner. Wilkins was all over that one.
Wilkins did not hesitate he didn't take a swat at the ball. He grabbed the ball. He didn't hesitate and try to knock it out of his hand or anything. Way to force that jump ball. Next possession will be theirs if it happens again.
Bale just checked in, giving Marshall a breather. We have another sub at the table, number 15. Butler checks in for Joyner.
I always like when Butler comes in the game. Butler's a big body off the bench who has a lot of skills with fundamentally down low on the block and also a good passer.
Comes off that screen, brings it back. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Thought about the long three, kicks it back out. 4 seconds left.
That was a travel
Goes
there.
up, has to heave a shot. It is way off the mark.
Defense.
Rebounded by Womack. He throws the brakes on. Quick pass to Wilkins. Back to Williams. Back to Womack. He attacks. Pass a little bit off the mark.
Wilkins controlled it well down there in the corner.
Womack attacks. Takes some contact. Goes up. Shot is off the mark. There was a lot of contact there. Initial contact.
It was. Nice job there.
Great charge, but honestly, all of the other charges should have been called. That one maybe could have went as a block.
Out of the three, that one was closer to the block than the other ones.
Okay.
I agree. I think maybe it was a trash and all the bodies down low on the baseline.
Right.
But definitely on that one, I saw Butler kind of lean into it right a little bit to get in the way of that one. But Could have been a makeup call from referee here with Williams bringing the ball up.
Now it's the St. John number 21, Taylor Abbott.
Williams surveying his defense.
A lot of energy here in this first quarter.
Williams attacks. Blocking foul. Great call by the referee. Number 24, Maddox. Didn't quite get, well, he was in position, but he fell before the contact came.
Yeah, I think Williams moved so fast, Maddox wasn't prepared to for that charge right there to take it.
But I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. We're saying this Mustang team attack and take the wide open shots, not necessarily forcing anything, and that's what you love to see. Williams coming off a screen, splits the trap. Shot is up, off the mark, rebounded by Wood.
What you have been seeing this St. John's team do is box out well with the take. It seems that once they get the ball right there, that point guard has a green light off of missed shots to attack the rim right there. I've seen him do it a couple times here. The last time came to a missed shot. This time he goes to the free throw line. But St. John's is doing a good job of boxing out on defensive rebounds. We haven't seen too many offensive rebounds other than the one Marshall snag. But going forward, I want to see if the Mustangs can penetrate their box outs and get some offensive rebounds.
Kirkland right there, that last foul was on Kirkland. That shot is good. That last foul was on Kirkland, and he has to learn to level that offensive player out when they're attacking the basket. You cannot ride him because that's an easy call to make. He goes up, it's going to be a foul every single time. Yeah. Williams bringing the ball up. Cadets throwing a little bit of a press. Easily broken by Williams.
Not enough pressure there by the defender.
Williams dancing, kick to the corner. The shot is up by Wilkins. It is good. Great three-point shot by Wilkins.
And there's a beautiful assist from Williams right there, really finding the open man after dribbling through all those defenders.
McNamara kind of had it worked in their favor. They left the man wide open, but Williams with the rebound brings the ball up. A little head fake. Great hesitation. Horrible call. Don't agree with it. Do not agree with that one. He gave a little hesitation and took his 2 steps. I didn't see the 3rd step at all.
What I actually did see is him stumble on his feet and dribble through the stumble. I think the referee thought he stumbled and didn't dribble through the stumble, but I did see him stumble but continue to dribble.
Right.
Another quick tap dribble down low. So I did not think that was a travel, but St. John's ball here, moving it around. Butler with the beautiful steal.
Womack with the ball, bringing it up. Coach putting the brakes on so they can run a half-court offense. Ball to Butler. Back to Kirkland. To Bell. Shots up. Off the mark. Rebound. Almost rebounded by Wilkins. Wood with the ball. Great pass down low. Bucket is good. That was a nice little crafty layup right there.
That was good defense, just better offense right there for St. John's.
Correct. Womack facilitating this offense. Cadets in a man-to-man. 10 seconds left. Kick to the sweet spot. Butler goes up. Shot is off the mark.
Butler wanted to get quick mid-range up right there. Kind of just rimmed off, but that was just a pretty impressive first quarter for both teams. I think we're in for a great one right here. On defense right now, both teams are playing pretty great defense. The offense is just kind of operating at a high level right now.
Definitely. We're seeing a lot of aggressive play from the guards right now.
Yeah.
And they're doing wonderful. They're not forcing anything. They're taking the open 3-point shot. If they have a lane, they're attacking the basket. They're doing everything that you would want as a coach to see on offense. That's a great job by the Mustang guards, excuse me. The defense also has been really good for the Mustangs. They're not really allowing any easy shots for the Cadets. We saw early that the Cadets did get a couple threes off just because the Mustangs were not hedging off screens or leaving too much open area around the perimeter. But we have seen the Mustangs make that change. That's a great job. But like you said, Dimitri, we are in for a good one. Right now, the score is tallied 16-13. The Cadets up by 3 going into the second quarter. Back on the floor now, we have Williams, Joyner, Womack, and Marshall, and Kirkland.
That was Moore out there at the last guard position. That'll be Moore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
We're all good right here.
Williams bringing his ball up. Back to Marshall. Womack. Williams makes a strong cut. Back to Marshall. He surveys. Back to Williams. Pull up shot. That's his shot, and it is butter. Great shot for Williams.
You're right. That is his shot right there. Way to be under control and pull up.
I like that little play right there. Running Williams off a multitude of screens. Great
Beautiful.
hit
Quick
by
hands.
Williams. Great. Oh, master jam by Marshall.
Williams with a quick pass right there. Marshall has real explosiveness.
I
Good
love
box
his
out from
court
Moore.
awareness. Honestly, from up here, we have a great view. I didn't even see Marshall coming down the court. Great job to know where your man is, and he just throws it down. Long step back three. It's off the mark. Cadets with the rebound,
Marshall
bringing
heat check
it up.
right there.
Great crossover pull-up. That's a great shot by number 3, Hunt. Womack passes to Williams. He throws the brakes on. Coach Keithline calling for them to slow it down. Marshall with the ball. Back to Womack. They're running the same play. Running Williams off some screens. He pops back out. Pull up, shot. It is good for the young man. I'm telling you, that's his shot right there. That one dribble pull up or coming off a screen.
Right now, Williams and Marshall playing this 1-2 game is really impressive.
Great defense. They were all over that one. Great defense. Marshall got a hand on that one. Long three by number 4. It is good for Matty Undone. Williams bringing this ball up. The game is now equal, 20-20. A little over 6 minutes left in this second quarter. Joyner wide open. He missed it. Kirkland for his first shot of the game. It is off the mark. Cadets bringing the ball up. Attacks. Runs right into Joyner.
Great defense from Joyner coming over with the help defense.
That was great defense for him to go straight up like
Great
that.
job.
Pass to the corner. Womack off the mark. Referee says he steps on the line. It's so many people in here, I can't even see if he honestly stepped on that
I was looking,
sideline.
I couldn't see him. Usually when somebody's in the corner, I can see a glimpse of him. He was kind of backed up, so I didn't see if he was down or not, but he was not close towards the line, so referee had a better look at that one. Check into the game for the Mustangs, number 11, Cameron Smith.
Comes off the screen. Little hesitation. Kicks back out. Back around the perimeter. Didn't quite use the screen. Attacks. Little shovel pass. Off the mark. Long three. And that shot was good. That was great defense by the Mustangs, but like you said, an even better shot.
St. John's showing they have some range here today.
St. John's up by 4. Wilkins coming off a couple screens. Smith coming off some screens. Gives a head fake. Pass to Williams. Williams facilitating. Pull up 3. Shot is off the mark. Wilkins picking his ball up. Long 3. Shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Smith.
That's Coach Keithline calling timeout there. I think he wants to get a little bit of break right there for his teammates, for his players. He had a lot of players out there for a long period of time on some of these breaks. But may want to talk it through a little bit too. You see the Mustangs get a lot of nice plays, but usually they don't follow with great defense. They'll have a nice spark play, the crowd would get into it, and then the game will turn into a slight trap meet for both teams. I think Coach Keithline wants to see his team continue to use that energy, continue to have those big plays, but once that big play happens, build from that energy. Continue to use that energy to put more pressure on your opponent.
That's very true. And actually, what I'm surprised that we have not seen yet was that chaotic defense that we love, that full court press. We have not seen that yet.
And I think maybe the reason is because St. John's does have some athletes and some shooters out here. So I'm not sure if you want to give them too many open threes. They've shown they can make some threes. So I think maybe he's going to play on until he's in a position where they either need it or want to capitalize on the lead and really, really push that lead even higher. So right now I think this is a pretty evenly matched game. It's really fun to watch right here in the second quarter.
And it's only going to get better because we always see things elevate in the
Yeah.
second half, and we still got 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes left in this first half.
I think it's almost confirmed that Coach Keatline it might have um, a whole book full of great halftime speeches, and he just pulls them out depending on the game, but depending on what's needed, depending on how the game's going. So usually we do see that team come out of halftime with a lot of energy.
That's very true. That's very true. I don't know. This game is so intense. I have
It
jitters like
is.
I'm in this
It
game.
is.
Williams bringing this ball up, coming off two screens. Didn't quite use them. Coming back off Marshall's screen. Oh, Ali oop off the mark. Pass off the mark. Smith recovered. Great pass to Marshall. Shot is up and it is good.
Beautiful no look assist from Smith right there.
That's that play we saw ran 3 times back to back against Ireton. Excuse me, O'Connell. Great hands by Marshall.
Mustangs playing really great defensive positioning here, staying at home, not overreacting to any of the cuts that St. John's College is doing here.
Wood taking the ball out. Very easy pass inside, but Marshall was there to deter that layup.
Did a great job of sticking his hands up and holding his ground, not jumping.
Williams, Wilkins, he attack throws the brakes on back to Williams. Marshall's working. Smith, long three, way off the mark. Thought he was hit behind the 3-point line.
There was some contact on that three-point shot there. Smith back on defense though, no matter what.
Looked like a travel from here. 3 attacks, and that could have been the makeup call, but it was definitely a
I think it might have
travel.
been. I think it might have been.
Womack comes in for Smith.
Coach Keaton has been running a lot of picks with Marshall and Williams. I like it a lot. I think these two playing together. Williams has so much anticipation to get Nigel Marshall open for shots, and he continue to do that here.
And they know each other like the back of their hands because they came from St. Anthony's, the school that closed down together. So they already know each other. That was a great move by Marshall. It was off the mark. Cadets bringing the ball up.
It's a little too high off the glass there. You're right.
Long three. Somebody lost their man, but they were lucky. Rebounded by Marshall. William brings the ball up. Little hesitation. Loses the ball back to the Cadets. Number 14. Morso with the ball. Long
Takes a
three.
He misses everything there.
Way off the mark. Marshall off to the races. He goes up.
Gotta finish right there.
Gotta finish that one.
Gotta finish right there.
He definitely could have corralled that ball and put that in the hoop.
To be honest, the anticipation the crowd had for him was getting him hype. He could feel it in the air. I saw that defender coming in with a swipe. I thought Marshall was going to just move that ball and then take flight.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I held my breath. I know it was a little awkward silence right here on this broadcast because I know that we both thought that he was gonna take flight on that one.
That first free throw goes in right there for Marshall. He gets to the line. Regardless, he gets to the line. He's looking to convert that too.
We have a sub on the court. Butler comes in for Joyner. That second free throw was good. Wood looking to start this offense for the Cadets. The score is equal, 24-24. Still a lot of basketball to play. Wood surveying this defense. Number 10 pulls up. Shot is off the mark for Savage. Williams brings the ball up. Attacks, kicks out. Womack, long three, short.
Trying to get the ball up quick. Quick pass inside. He elevates quickly and finishes strong. Timeout after the shot. Quick timeout after the shot. I thought it was before the shot for a second. But quick timeout after that make right there.
So what do you think right there, that last play? What do you break down that last play for me?
I really don't mind the deep shot from Womack. Womack shows that he has a range. The shot could have went in. Butler is also almost in position for that offensive rebound there. Not a problem, but I want to see more on the offensive side of the ball as it pertains to offensive rebounds. I want to see some of the bigs get down there open up some position to grab some extra shots, some second chance shots. Every time the first shot's not gonna go in, you have to get some second and third shots to go up to really push this lead up. So I want to see them offensively crash the glass here.
And normally that's what we see. We just haven't seen
Exactly.
in this game.
And let's tribute St. John's. St. John's has some big bodies out here who are boxing out. They're doing a really good job of forcing the Mustangs to get back on defense rather than crashing the glass. So really impressive here. We're seeing the strengths of both teams here.
Ball's inbounded to Wilkins. He's looking to start this offense. Pass to Williams. Great no-look pass. Butler couldn't quite hold on to the ball. 24 goes up. It is off. Williams with the ball. He's off to the races. One defender. Euro steps, misses it. Butler's right there. He goes up. It's off the mark, but he will be headed to the charity stripe for 2.
Great job from Butler, hustling all the way down the court right there. Even if Williams had a lot of space and could have converted, he did a good job being there for the second chance shot. He couldn't make it, unfortunately, but he'll be going to the line to shoot too.
That shot is off the mark for Butler. Looking to convert the second. We have a sub on the floor. Taylor comes in for Wilkins.
Way to work. Marshall goes in tough. They get another rebound there. Trapped in the corner. Unfortunately, couldn't get the pass over. They did a good job of grabbing the offensive rebound. Just couldn't convert there. St. John's moving the ball around. Pick and drives. Finishes over Butler. Williams bringing the ball up here. Passes to Womack. He passes it back. Marshall sets a screen. Williams gets it back from Butler. Good take from Williams. Just couldn't finish.
That was a nice little runner for Williams. He has to convert that one. Wood brings the ball up in a hurry. Great no-look pass. The shot is good.
St. John's doing a good job of finding the holes in the Mustangs' defense right now.
Pass to Marshall. Butler with the ball to Taylor. Womack with the ball up top. Williams, 9 seconds. Looking to run an isolation play. He splits the defense. He goes up.
No
a charge
way.
is called.
Unfortunately, even if the defender was in position at the right time, he didn't probably take a charge. The defender's sticking his arm out, afraid to take a charge. There's no way you can give a guy a charge call when he's sticking limbs out, initiating contact with the offensive player. You can't do that.
No
if you
matter
take a charge,
what.
you have to be stationary in position. You cannot be creating contact. So even if he was there, he was not in proper position for that charge.
And should have been called the block.
Should have been a blocking call there.
I think that Williams saw that as well, and he was definitely arguing that call, but Williams is now off the court. And we're seeing this press. A little bit of a soft press.
Wilkins at the head of it right now. Taylor send that defense all the way out, looking for a pass that can't fit. Wilkins almost gets that steal.
10 seconds.
Marshall guarding Woods. Wood trying to make a move. That's definitely a charge. Good call for 3. Taylor doing a great job of getting in position and enforcing that charge with only 3 seconds left.
That was a great job for Taylor. He watched that whole play develop. I had my eyes on Taylor because I knew that second line of defense had to rotate. That was a great job.
Woods did a great job of opening Marshall up, opening his hips up and getting past him. The help defense this whole half has been amazing for the Mustangs.
3.6 seconds. Williams fights to get the ball. Marshall, he's on the run. He goes up, long 3 from the volleyball line, off the mark. I'm sure his confidence was up on that one. Like I said earlier in the game, he was the one to ice that game against St. Mary's Riken the other day, where there was 5 seconds left on the clock. A free throw was missed by one of Riken's guards, and he took that ball coast to coast, stopped on the dime behind the 3-point line, and won the game. So I'm sure his confidence was definitely up on that one.
I know it is. And I know Coach has a nice plan going into the to locker room to talk to them about. We have a halftime show here. We're going to come to you guys with. We'll see you back here in 5 minutes.
Welcome to our halftime report. If you are just joining us, this is CJ Productions bringing you this Mustang Media. I'm Shanice Lee, and
My name,
along. Go ahead.
my name is Dimitri Antonio.
All right. So now, if this is your first time joining us, you can put a face to the voice. Tell me a little bit about what you've seen this first half.
High action. We've seen a lot of action from both teams out here today. Right now we have a 30-24 score. I'm looking forward to a really, 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 really intense second half. I saw the players really deep going back and forth with just the want to drive to win this game. So offensively, defensively, a lot of both of these players and these teams are playing at a high level.
McNamara came to play off jump. We saw the first play of the game. Marshall rised up
Wow.
for an atomic dunk. It
If
was
anybody hasn't seen that, they should all go back and look at that dunk because he dropped down the lane and literally levitates,
uh-huh.
flies through the air and finishes strong. It was impressive.
It's always a joy to watch him. And like you said before, if you guys missed it, Williams and Marshall have been running a two man game show, and it's been wonderful. It's been a joy to watch that as well. If you guys do not know the backstory again, and if you guys weren't here for the beginning of the game, they actually played together at St. Anthony's before the school closed down. So of course they already had that camaraderie
Yeah.
together. But what we haven't seen is the hot man Kirkland from
Yeah.
downtown. He's been very quiet, and I believe he only took maybe one or two shot attempts this whole game.
You took it right out of my head when you were talking about Marshall and Williams. I'm thinking, okay, that's those the two big hitters that need to come to play. They're coming to play. And I'm thinking, who else can stretch the court? You know what I'm saying? Who can stretch and make space? I think Kirkland, like you said, Kirkland has not shown up today. I'm not sure if it's been the playing time thing or he hasn't had the open shots he's wanted. But this second half, Coach Keithline has to make some plays, actually get him some shots because we've shown once he gets hot, he can light it up from deep. I mean, it's several in a row. Right now in this game, when you're down only 6, it's no need to come out jacking deep threes, but it's not. You have to get your 3-point shooter warmed up because he may be needed at some point in time. You don't want him to have to come in cold, not ready to splash him out. So we want to see him maybe get a couple shots up here in the second half.
And you mentioned playing time. That can actually mess a player's head up.
Yeah.
But as a player, you know your ability. You know that just last game you got MVP in the Hoop Buzz tournament, knocking down 8 threes,
Yeah.
which is amazing. So no matter if you're coming off the bench or if you're in the starting five, it does not matter. Your job, knock down threes and help your teammates in any way possible. So that really can't be in his mindset at all. But I love that he's not forcing shots, but I would like to see him make himself known on the court, even if it's not offensively, even defensively. He's been extremely quiet this game.
I think you're correct because I'm pretty sure Coach has the same mentality you have, which is he doesn't have to get playing time to be ready. He has to be ready. He has to assume that his player is going to be ready at any moment. So I think the same trust you're giving Kirkland, Coach is giving that same trust. If he doesn't make anything, I don't think he's going to shy away from needing him or using him if he's needed. Right now, Coach is getting the team ready. I know we're excited to get this game back started. The teams are huddled up here. We're going to get you guys ready to come back here. It's been exciting, man. I'm excited for this game.
Definitely, me too.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's only a 6-point game with a whole another half of basketball to play. It's a lot more to play. So we're going to see what the Cadets and the Mustangs has in store for us.
Yes.
All
yes.
right.
See you guys next half.
Ball swung around the perimeter. Wood with the ball, looking down low. Deflection. Womack with the ball. Quick pass to Taylor. Taylor goes up. The layup is good. Great action right there for the Mustangs back on defense. Mustangs still in this man-to-man. The Cadets are running a couple players off screens. Mustangs are doing a great job forcing him off the line of the ball. Great job to fight to that screen by Williams. He goes up. Quick pass to the corner. The shot is up. Off the mark. Rebounded by Joyner. And the referee is saying that it hit the top of the basket. So in high school, that is out of bounds.
Yeah, that shot did not have the rotation I'm sure he was looking for when he pulled it from here. We had a good view at it. Womack with the ball, passing to Marshall. Williams looking for the screen right there, moving around. Marshall's open on the wing. Williams looking to give it to him, couldn't get it to him. Scramble on the floor. Looks like a jump ball there. Should be Mustangs ball in that jump ball.
Williams saw exactly what we saw. When he went to attack and they shut off his shot that he was definitely looking for, Williams stepped back behind the three-point line. It was wide open.
He had him right there. I know he just couldn't turn and get it there.
Mustang balls out of bounds. Marshall coming off a screen. Womack, long three, contact.
A lot of contact there. Beautiful, beautiful offensive rebound from Marshall.
Marshall with a monster rebound. He attacks, takes some contact. Wasn't sure if the referee was going to call that one, but it was the right call. Fouled as he tried to.
Womack pulled that deep three right there in the corner. He wasn't allowed to land. There was a lot of contact there when he landed. He wasn't even allowed to even land there. I thought they were going to call the foul there, but Marshall did a great job crashing the offensive boards. Great job to get that second possession.
Ball out to Womack. Fresh 30. William gets the ball. Looking to come off the screen. Marshall slips. He attacks. Ball's up. Left short. Marshall with a monster rebound. He goes back up. He misses. Cadets ball. Mustangs a man down. I don't think the Cadets realize it. Taylor, great defense on the baseline. Great.
That has to be a charge.
Great job by Womack.
Good call from referee. Womack's in great position right there. Taking the bumps. He knew he'd have another bump. Way to absorb the contact and fall.
Marcel definitely tried to overpower the smaller guard, Womack, and that was a very smart play. All he did was bait him. He knew that he was a smaller guard, and he just took that charge. That's a great job by Womack. Smart play. Marshall with the ball to Womack. Williams coming off the screen. Pops back up, receives the ball. Attacks, goes up, runner. It is good. Finally, he gets that runner to go.
That was impressive defend with the right hand over the defender.
I'm loving that play right there. We've seen that ran a few times. Wilkins nearly a steal. The pass to 14. Long court pass. Cross court pass, Great pass down low. And a foul by Joyner. Ticky-tack foul, but the right call. Joyner has to know, if you're going to foul a player, do not let him elevate and get that ball up.
We're going to be honest. That St. John's play was so deep in the paint. Got the ball over his head and jumped straight up. There was no chance he was going to block that without any momentum. So he should let that man have that bucket, and then we're on the play. But instead, he's looking here to convert the and one. Let's see if it goes in.
Shots up, and it's good. Tyler has scored 33-28 for St. John's. Williams bringing the ball up. Sends Wilkins through the baseline. Womack with the ball. They're running the same play. Brings them back up. Actually, reverse play. Marshall to the basket. Cannot finish that layup.
That was a beautiful offensive play right there that was drawn up. Unfortunately, just great defense from St. John's, staying low.
Long three. Shot is good by Leggett.
St. John's coming here ready to play in the second half.
Somebody missed a rotation assignment on that one. Left that man wide open. Strong move by Joyner. It is good.
Way to elevate right there for Joyner to finish over top of the defender.
We haven't seen a lot of that. Great defense. Marshall has to stay on his feet. And I believe the Mustangs are yelling for a double dribble. I didn't see it.
I did not either right here.
Ball to Joyner. Back to Marshall, to Wilkins. Joyner down low. Two defenders on him. Pass to Womack. Thought about it. Quick kick to Williams. And the long three is good. That was a great unselfish play by Womack.
That pass is next level right there. Womack had the time and the footing. Actually could have pulled that shot, but saw the defender coming over just a little late. Last second pass in the air to the open corner, open shooter in the corner. Williams splashes. It's a great job right there in offense.
Now, normally, what we haven't seen with the home games that we've covered, we haven't seen McNamara execute half court plays that well. But this game,
Yeah,
it looks like a totally different team.
yeah,
They're definitely executing these plays. Coach Keith Line isn't fixing what's not broken.
yeah.
They've run the same play 3 times down the court and have gotten something off of it. And that's a great job by the team executing and the coach trusting the team to run that play once again, once again, once again until
Yeah.
they stop it. We on the court, number 24, Bell checks in.
Nice defensive game here. Usually defensive games aren't this exciting, but this is an exciting defensive game.
McNamara now in a 1-3-1. They have the smaller Williams on the back line. Pass in the corner. Long three. I'm not quite sure if I would go to a 1-3-1 with shooters all around the perimeter.
Yeah.
That ties the score 41-33 for the Cadets.
St. John's is really showing their range here with the three-point shooters.
Marshall with the ball up top. He attacks, kicks out the Bell. The shot is up. It is not good.
Bell rushed
Rebounded.
that shot slightly there.
Hunt bringing the ball up. Wood attacks. Great finger roll to the bucket. That was extremely pretty.
Yes, it was. McNamara down 10 here, looking for a shot, getting ready to weather the storm. Jordan with the ball. Marshall has it now. Bell looking for off-ball screen. He has it. The ball off the head, I believe, of the defender.
Marshall attacks. Monster block.
Good
And the
call
check
from the
is
referee.
called.
After that block, the St. John's player looks in the direction of Marshall, saying something we're not sure, but aggressively talking about that block. The referee called the tech on him extremely quick.
But to be honest with you, I don't like that call.
Really?
He had a monster block, so you're amped up, you're excited, you're hyped. I'm sure it wasn't anything derogatory to the other player, but of course he's hyped up and he's getting his adrenaline's up and he's getting his team hyped up. I'm not liking that call at all unless it was something very malicious.
See, I'm a little bit different right there. I think even if he said nothing, just provoking a defender like that who just got his shot blocked could get some unwanted attention. So I'm sure Marshall was unhappy he got a shot block. He'd be even more unhappy if that guy's yelling in his face. He could have reacted there. So I'm pretty sure the referees are focused on controlling the game. They can't think he's allowed to yell at players after he blocks their shots.
But he wasn't in his face. He wasn't in his face.
He was. He was walking towards him. He was.
Oh, he was walking
He
towards.
was.
Okay, but then that's a different story. Wilkins with the ball.
Almost backcourt there, yeah.
Pass to Taylor. He attacks. Almost a travel. Kick back out to Williams. He attacks. Throws the brakes on. Kick to Marshall. Marshall, long three. It is blocked. He gets his own rebound. Goes up and one. Great job by Marshall. It was actually a bad play because the defender was all over that when he tips the ball, but we know how aggressive Nigel Marshall is. He gets his own rebound, goes up for one. You can't ask for anything more.
I think that block kind of had Marshall thinking about not wanting to come in again. That's why he took a long jumper. This guy's a pretty big guy down low for St. John's. He's a good defender. You have to go towards the chest of him other than trying to elevate over top of him every single time. I want to see them keep attacking him right there. They just took him out of the game. Apparently some St. John's fans, he gets a round of applause as he goes to the bench. But whenever he's back in the game and he's trying to be dominant down low, attack the chest of that guy. Make him block from going backwards other than having to be able to block your shot just going straight up.
And actually, that was McNamara's fans being sarcastic because they're actually overjoyed that he's going to the bench. Womack checks in for Bell.
Yeah, Bell hasn't been able to get his game started like he's wanted to with his time out here.
Williams checking Wood. Taylor on the ball. McNamara still in his man-to-man defense. Great help side by Taylor, but the shot is good. Womack has to stay in front of that offensive player. He has to move his feet. Williams off the screen. Throws the brakes on. Flip pass to Wilkins. Slips. Womack with the ball. Attacks baseline. Great pass to Taylor. And Taylor misses that layup. Very easy layup. I know he wants that one back. Pass to the corner. Shots up. Off the mark. Rebounded by the Cadets. And the second chance shot is good. As a coach, I'm upset with that play right there. You could not allow them to keep getting second chance points.
And it happened because after that missed shot, no one got back on defense there. Everyone assumed he was going to make it.
You have to block out. You have to box that offensive person out. Williams dancing. He pulls up. Shot is good. He's always making big time plays when they're needed.
This game is intense here. 39-47. The Mustangs need to cut into this lead here on defense.
Wilkins on the ball. Womack.
The double right there went across.
They're calling for a trap. Great job to stop that. Ball in the corner. Shot is good. Now, if the Mustangs are going to run that trap, I don't disagree with that.
No, I do not.
However, that back line has to rotate. Not one man can be late on a rotation. Not one person. And when they rotate, they cannot be afraid to get beat. Overcompensate. Go out for that three-point shot. Once again, it goes with trusting your teammate.
Yes.
You should trust that you should have another person right there to take that charge, which you guys have taken 2 charges already, 2 or 3 charges this game already.
I honestly do believe that this St. John's team is actually pretty good. And they're making a lot of their shots. And it's almost making the Mustangs unsure of their defense. You're not seeing that confident defense, that confident flying around. It's almost, oh my gosh, we left a shooter. Oh my gosh, it's not really fluid. They're thinking too much out there. So they have to go back to trusting their defense and trusting the players that are out there like you talked about. I think that'll help with some of the rotations. Right now, I don't think they're trusting themselves.
And if there is uncertainty, if they're not able to call a timeout right at that point, I think they should go straight man-to-man, lock down defense, and shut down any three-point shooters. We haven't seen anybody break a defender down and get to the basket on will. We have not seen that. And with that being said, if they do start attacking the baskets, like I said before, we have to see Womack moving his feet, and we have to see Wilkins moving their feet. Everybody has to be able to move their feet and not get stuck in quicksand. We see Cadets throwing a little bit of a token press. Williams breaks it. Dances up top. Brings it to the perimeter. Pass to the corner to Wilkins, back to Williams. Pass to Kirkland. Womack with the ball. Marshall thought about the three-point shot. He takes it the second time. Off the mark. Cadets with the ball. Travel on the court, but Wilkins corrals the ball. Cross-court pass. Womack, long three. Rims out.
That was a beautiful offensive move right there for Womack, though. Taking the pass, stepping into the three-point shot.
23 seconds left in this third quarter. Score is 50-39. The Cadets. Wood with the ball. Moving screen. It's not called.
He carried there.
That's unfortunate. The smallest player on the court ended up on the tallest player on the court. There's nothing you can do about that. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. One last quarter to play. This 8 minutes is the telltale of the game right here. Nothing else matters. The first 3 quarters are over and done with. I would like to see McNamara play some defense and execute on offense the way they've been executing this whole game.
I think what we were talking about earlier is honestly what's happening here. I think it's uncertainty. I think the St. John's team is good and it's making the Mustangs think about the mistakes they're making rather than just playing free like they play most games. This last quarter, you do have to see them come out with a lot of intensity. I think you're going to see Coach go to this press, get some quick turnovers possibly. You have to see them really come together here. They have to trust all the components on offense, on defense, even in the fast break. You have to see them really be all gelled here in one. But like you said, the last quarter's over with. There's not much you can really learn or benefit from that last quarter. The Mustangs didn't do much right that last quarter. You almost want to just forget about it and think about this fourth quarter as a whole new chance to win this game. I think you're right. 8 minutes is a lot of time to still win this game here.
A lot of time. It's a lot of time, and we've actually seen them come back
Yeah.
with 2 minutes left in the game, so they definitely can do it. 8 minutes is an eternity in basketball, and honestly, they just need to play some defense. Play some defense, and I would actually like to see them stay in
Yeah.
that man-to-man lockdown defense. I would actually like to see them stay in that, and the back line rotates, take charges like they have been doing, because that was extremely successful
Yeah.
in the first couple quarters. Cadets with the ball. Williams on Wood. McNamara still in this man-to-man. Great help defense. A little bit of a hook. Joyner with the rebound. Williams bringing it up.
A
Slows
lot
it
of English on
down.
that layup attempt, but almost went in.
Marshall attacks. Takes two onto the basket and one, young man. Great job.
Great control there going through the lane. He almost hesitated and didn't think if the lane was going to be that open, but he definitely took it and finished strong through the contact.
Yeah, it was definitely wide open. I think he was a little bit confused about how much space that the defender was giving him. And he went up over two people. He can't be stopped. When he's on attack mode, he cannot be stopped.
Honestly, I think his fans need to get into a little bit here in the fourth quarter on defense, get the team up. Unfortunately, he missed that free throw. If he made it, they'll only be down 10 there, but 11-point deficit here.
Marshall playing defense, gets beat. Once again, I've been preaching it all game. You have to move your feet. Have to move your feet.
Yeah.
Kirkland with the ball. Sizes up his defender. Nearly a turnover. Marshall gets the ball. Williams with the ball. Stop. Pop. His shot. It is good.
Again, that possession right there, defenders not moving their feet laterally to get in front of the driver.
McNamara cannot trade baskets like that. It has to be get a bucket, make a stop. Joyner pulls up. Shot is off the mark. Taylor with the rebound. Gets two. Gets three rebounds. Couldn't quite get any of them to go. Ooh, great move. Cross-court pass. Shot is off the mark. And the ball is off of Joyner. He tips it out of bounds. That was a little fancy move right there. That was a great job to put the defense on his heels. But
the referee that talking about that, I don't think that might have been right. I definitely saw a St. John's player kick it out.
Returning for the Mustangs, number 24, Amari Down.
And it's going to be a St. John's ball, but I definitely saw the St. John's player knock it towards the St. John's bench on that out-of-bounds play.
And I think Coach Keepline agrees with you.
Yeah.
He's not liking that call at all. Marshall all over that one. We need to see Marshall move his feet there. Great move. Wilkins with the ball. Great pass to Bell. He goes up and throws it right over the rim. He was at point blank. I think he was a little bit excited. Once again, McNamara going for that trap, leaving him open, but luckily he missed that three. Williams slows him down. He sees a hole, puts the brakes on. He attacks, runner, slapped back the other way. Marshall's by himself. Great pass around the back. These cadets right now, they're fired up. Now they're putting on a little bit of show. Putting on the show, bringing up the trick bag.
Yeah.
But the Mustangs cannot let this rattle them at all. They cannot. It's still a little over 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. It's only 58-43. It's still a lot of time for them to come back, but they could not let these cadets rattle them.
This offensive possession the Cadets just had came off of a very, very bad miss that Bell had. Bell was very aggressive right there. Went to the rack thinking he was going to finish it and just missed everything there. Those shots, those easy plays that are not being converted, those are not going to help you come back here. Those are the plays you have to get. Those plays also give your defense time to get back and get set. So right now, you're not seeing too many made shots from the Mustangs, and that's what's leading to a lot of these fast break points here for the Cadets. In the fast break, the Cadets are showing some athleticism and good decision making here, and they also have some size to compete with the Mustangs. So this team is here to play, and they in this fourth quarter, I think it's going to come down to who wants it more.
Definitely. And right now, McNamara cannot have the silly turnovers.
Yeah.
Joyner with the ball. He attacks. Kicks out to Wilkins. Williams thought about the three. Back to Wilkins. Back to Williams. Pushes Marshall through. Marshall with the ball. Thought about the three. He attacks. Goes up. It is good. Marshall needs to stay on attack mode just like that.
The Mustangs are going to have to go through Nigel Marshall to win this game here.
But with that being said, we need to see a defensive stop right here.
Yes.
Marshall on the ball. Gets stuck behind the screen, but gets through it. Wilkins nearly a foul. I'm sorry, did you see the push call there? Yeah, I don't know about that one. And this game is too close for them to call ticky tack fouls.
Yeah, that could definitely play it on right there.
Wilkins comes out, Womack's in for him. The score is 60-45.
Marshall finishes at the free throw line.
Williams and Womack back and forth. Williams brings the ball up. Bell with the ball in the corner. Back to Williams. Williams dances. 3-point up. It is good. Once again, like I said, when they need it, he makes big time plays. And right now, we need to see a defensive stop. Williams once again comes up with it. And a foul is called. Foul is called. Womack has to calm down on that one. I know his
you saw that right there, yeah.
Ref definitely was about to call a technical foul. But that's a great job. Williams knew he needed a spark. Pulled up for that three.
I don't believe we saw Kirkland play much today.
No. He was out of it, but with that, Cleveland has to weather the storm with people that he's getting something out of right at this second. And we're seeing that play where we're going to see if they execute. Williams dances. Great crossover. He attacks. Goes up. A little bit of contact. Cadets with the ball. That ball nearly thrown out of bounds. Bell on the ball. They can't switch like that. And if they do switch, it has to be much quicker. They cannot allow that much space behind the three-point line. Joyner almost should have stayed on that one and just let the guy attack. That was a great move by Marshall, but he tried to throw it down so hard he missed it. He gets another chance at it.
This time he
one. He got that one back, but if that didn't play out the way it did, that would have been a costly miss for the Mustangs.
Marshall right now, I know with that big dunk he wanted to get his team's energy back up, but it wasn't needed right there. That was just a little bit too much flash with the bodies around him. But I understand the mentality. He knows he's a spark plug. He knows when he gets those big monster jams, the crowd gets into it, his bench gets into it, his players on the court get into it. So that was his method there. Luckily, he gets to go to the line for a three-point conversion here.
But with that, I don't know. I think that I would have went with a fundamental layup.
Absolutely. Especially in the juncture of this game, it would have been more beneficial to go up with a fundamental layup there. But
that was actually a smart move by Marshall right there. He needed to collect himself, and he said the ball was slippery, threw it back to the ref. So now they're down there wiping the ball off. Marshall gets a little bit more of a break. Looking to convert this and one. It is off the mark. Marshall has to make those.
Yes, absolutely.
Mustangs down by 14, 64-50. Wilkins on the ball. They cannot allow any three-point shots right here. Great steal by Womack. He goes up. It's good. Finished right in the middle of the rim. Nearly a steal. Luckily, the coach was able to get a timeout call right there.
This is a 12-point game here with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. This is striking distance.
Definitely. It's still a lot of basketball to play here. 3 minutes and 24 seconds is an eternity. But right here, McNamara cannot have any costly mistakes at all. At all. We have to see them execute on offense, but play some defense. Everything is not going to be 100%. But right here, we need effort, they need grit, and they need execution.
All those things sound like almost not just who wants it more, but almost the energy level.
Hmm.
Like the games have been a lot. This game has been a lot of high energy the whole game. In this fourth quarter, who still has a lot of gas left in their tank? Who can kick it to fifth gear? You know, like who can
Hmm.
up their game now? It's going to be up to those players who really come in this fourth quarter and decide to put the team on their back and finish. For the Mustangs, that could be Williams, that could be Marshall, it could even be Womack. Womack has the ability to get a lot of offensive points and even stops on defense. So, and what I'm talking about here is not just points. Somebody on defense might have to get a big steal. You know, Williams has quick hands; he can snag the ball quickly. Those things are going to spark your team with these few minutes left right here. So, I'm looking forward to who's going to step up on defense to really shut down this St. John's team.
Definitely, and we're gonna see that with this last 3 minutes and 24 seconds. But like you said, it does actually come down to who wants it more.
Yeah.
Who's gonna lay it all out there for the Mustangs on their part? Who's gonna stop that man in front of them?
Yeah.
Cadets ball on the sideline. They bring a trap, and a foul is called. And actually, Coach Keepline is arguing that number 2 Woods threw the elbow before he was actually fouled.
I agree, Coach. Coach was talking about how that player was throwing that chicken wing in there, but guys, I thought it was a clean pluck on that steal.
Woods with the ball. McNamara bringing the trap, and it is plucked away. Womack with the ball. Kicks it to Wilkins. Back to Womack. Gives it to Williams. Williams looking to set an offense. Slowing things down. Marshall back to Williams. Long three. It is off the mark. Rebounded by Wilkins. He goes up. It is blocked by the tallest player on the
You
court.
have to go to the body of that shot block. You cannot keep trying to.
That is very true. And he is down there by himself.
Number 32, Richard and
But you are very right. A bigger defender on you have to go to his body.
Absolutely.
Make him foul you. Womack, long three, off the mark. Williams grabs that one. Womack attacks, goes up, no foul call.
That was almost a good no call from the referee. The shot blocker kept his hands up, didn't really try to bring his hands down and swat the shot.
Bringing on the trap. Calls the timeout. And definitely should have been a tech on the floor. The cadet player was upset about the aggressive trap and actually smacked the arm of Bell.
Yeah, he started throwing those elbows around. Started throwing his elbows.
I'm wondering right now if the ref is going to call a technical foul. Keithline is definitely in the ear of the referee. But we're seeing this crowd definitely get into it. The players are getting into it. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. Cadet 66, Mustangs 52. Still a lot of basketball to play in this fourth quarter.
It's almost as if the Mustangs don't have the same confidence St. John's has. Is that just me, or are you seeing the same thing right now?
I'm seeing the same thing. And I'm seeing that confidence lacking defensively.
Yes. And we've seen with this Mustangs team, their defense is their best offense. When we see that defense at a high level, when we see them getting those quick steals and forcing those turnovers, that's when you see their offense at its highest. So right now, I think you're right. I think they have a lot of uncertainties and they lack confidence on defense, and it's not translating to good open shot offense.
Now, I understand what Coach Keithline is trying to do, bringing the traps. We've seen that the Mustangs are at their best when they're fast-paced on defense. However, you have a team that has proved that they're knocking down threes. Me personally, I'm playing straight-up man-to-man defense. I don't want to run the risk of leaving a three-point shooter open. Ticky-tack foul called on Bell.
Absolutely there. And this is possibly a part of the problem with unfortunately, Coach Keithline going to this trap a little bit late is now the referees aren't used to all the physicality. It's new. It's a new thing into the game. So they're going to start calling these fouls because they're not used to seeing the Mustangs be this aggressive.
And then right now, with all this aggressiveness, they're going to call the smallest things to try to keep this game in control. Wilkins almost got that ball. Ball down low, kicked right back up top. Cadets trying to take this, take a lot of time off the clock here. Bale has to move his feet. They're all over this one. All over it. And a foul is called. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's awful. That's awful. Now,
Coach Keefon took his entire tie off on that. That was a terrible call. He ripped his tie off. It was a terrible call. He ripped his tie off.
I'm
That
not
call
even
was
sure
terrible.
how he ripped that tie off like
So
that.
fast.
Yeah, no untying, no nothing. But that's not a good call. You have
Has
to
to
let
be an
them play.
all-time bad call to make your tie come off that fast.
Definitely. Now I'm not sure if they told him to foul like that because if McNamara did not, if coach did not tell him to foul, that was an awful foul right there.
Yeah. If you're gonna foul, then you might as well take a nice attempt at the ball.
Right. They're attacking. Loose ball. McNamara can't come up with it. Jump ball call. And I'm seeing a lot of unsportsmanship here. We actually see one of the players off the cadets bench tried to jump off the bench and there wasn't anything happening. And then on the other side of the court, we have one of the other cadet players yelling in the face of one of the Mustangs players.
Yeah.
But with all the ticky-tack fouls, I'm not sure why a technical isn't being called.1 minute and 40 seconds left. Cadets on top, 66-52.
Number 4, Brandon Joyner.
Joyner comes in for Bell. Womack with the ball, brings it up. Looking to set a great half-court offense. Williams dances, loses the ball. Luckily, Womack was there to get it. Joyner sees an opening. Great pass to Marshall. Great job, block call on the floor.
Beautiful pass from Jordan right there. I just knew Jordan was going to attack the rack, going base. I didn't know what he was doing, but he got deep enough and he saw that open pass right there. Marshall flying down the middle of the lane. Great pass.
I was thinking just like you because Joyner was wide open.
Yeah.
He definitely had that lane to the basket. But like you said, unselfish play once again for the Mustangs. And so Marshall flying in. He has to hit these free throws here. Off the mark. Marshall has actually been struggling from the free throw line tonight.
That is just a heartbreaker right there. Every single point matters with a minute 25 left.
Bell checks in.
Number 21, Jalen Abbott.
He has to hit this one. Shots up. Off the mark. Hits hard. Great
Good
job.
call.
That was a great job by Bell. Bell actually forced the referee to call that travel because he went in hard after Marshall missed that free throw there. And they're using Bell as a... That's actually a great coaching strategy.
Yeah.
Williams with the ball. Long three, hand in his face, way off the mark. Don't agree with that shot right there. Flip pass.
I'm not sure what Jordan was waiting for right there.
Yeah.
That defender who came, he should have stayed on his feet. But Jordan still could have came and contested that layup close to the rack like that.
Marshall trying to find an opening. Goes up, and it's good.
Nigel Marshall.
This has been an interesting game here. Usually you see quarters have some type of rhythm or pattern to them.
Mm-hmm.
The Mustangs came out great. Second quarter, I believe they played even better, although they were down. They were making some mid-range shots. The bench was coming off and making some shots. And then the third quarter comes, and it's like, who is this team? We didn't see much of the half-court sets. We didn't see too much strong defense at all, forcing any turnovers. And in this fourth quarter, we've seen a lot of misses at the free throw line. We've seen some loose balls just not going their way. You know, for whatever reason, it's just really an unfortunate tale for this fourth quarter here.
Yeah, defensively, like you said, that you hit it right on the button, Dimitri. Who is this team right here?
Yeah.
We've seen sparks, a little bit of sparks here, a little bit of sparks there in this second half. And normally, this McNamara team, we see them elevate in the second half. We haven't seen that at all. We've seen stagnant play throughout this second half, and that's what you can't have at all.
Not at all.
Not at all, but I'm sure that they will learn from this right here.
I'm excited. With about a minute left here, score is 54-68. St. John's might have done what they've chosen to do, which is come here in an away game and get this win. A lot of things have to happen for this not to go St. John's way. I'm looking forward to the next matchup when Mustangs play St. John's again, to see the energy and the intensity of that matchup.
Definitely. And Bell has to be careful right there. He keeps bear hugging the offensive player. That's going to be a foul every single
Yeah,
time.
the referee gave him a jump ball. I would never give a defender a jump ball reaching over around another ball, the player with the ball.
Williams tips it. McNamara swarming. Great tip by Marshall. Womack with the ball. Williams back to Womack. He's trying to find an opening. Williams, long three. Shots good. A lot of time ran off that clock.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if anybody saw it or will challenge it.
It was roughly about 2.5, 3 seconds that came off right there.
Definitely. And the coach is trying to tell the referee.
Full timeout. Their final timeout of the game.
At least 3 seconds came off the clock.
Absolutely. This Mustang team has the ability to make threes. On the offensive side of the ball, I don't think they're missing anything. I'm not sure it's a thing that they're lacking. Like you said, it was just execution in the second half. They didn't have it. They didn't come out with the usual fire we see coming out in the second half. Credit St. John's. Credit St. John's defense, their shot blockers, and their three-point shooters. They've been able to make a lot of threes. The Mustangs used to going inside and having the way with a lot of teams. Today was a shot blocker down there. They did not do a good job of getting into the body of the shot blocker and forcing him to commit a lot of fouls.
Correct.
The shot blocker was able just to use his length to reach out and just get blocked. So going forward, like you said, this is a great learning lesson here for the Mustangs.
Mustangs all over it. Marshall with almost a turnover. And he's all by himself as he puts down a monster block. Womack races down court, takes everybody. Great pass. Shot is left extremely, extremely short. Williams with the steal. Shot up by Rounds.
That was the first shots Rounds had. It's tough for your first shot to be that type of energy, that type of environment.
Yeah, definitely.
33, Jose Smith, and 14, Jalen Chu.
Balls under Williams. He goes up. Shots off the mark. McNamara's ball. 7 seconds left.
And this is not the outcome I'm sure the Mustangs wanted here. Marshall takes a three, rims off. Time winding down here. St. John's is going to get this win, 70-57.
I'm a little bit at a loss for words. Like you said before, it was like, who is this team? It was a totally different team coming out of halftime. We applauded the Mustangs for coming out this first quarter on fire. Definitely had their foot on St. John's throat, even though they were down a few points. It was a wonderful game. It was a great exchange of shots, excuse me. It was great defense from both sides. But it's like St. John's did exactly what the Mustangs should have did coming out of the out of halftime.
Absolutely.
They definitely challenged McNamara to play the perimeter, and McNamara did not play it whatsoever.
Like you said, a lot of those shots came from I think McNamara's offensive shots. They weren't making too many right there, and giving St. John's a lot of open threes in transition. St. John's, they did their job. They made the shots. A lot of opportunities Mustangs had, they missed. Easy layups, free throws. It wasn't a complete game for the Mustangs, and you can't always ask for the opposing team to have an off-nighter for them not to be clicking on all cylinders. You have to click on all cylinders yourself. So, unfortunately, the Mustangs were not their normal selves, and they were not clicking on all cylinders here to get this win.
I'm sure the Mustangs will realize that every single quarter has to be your best quarter.
Yeah.
St. John's definitely beat them the third and the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
bar none. Definitely, and the Mustangs have to realize they were, coming into this game, they were 7-2. So every team that comes in your house, they know right now you are the name of the WCAC right now. You have the best record right now. So they're going to try to come in your house and make a statement.
Yes.
And that's what this St. John's team did. And I'm
They
sure
did.
McNamara will not let this happen ever again.
You got to hope they have that mentality after a loss like this at home.
Definitely. But McNamara will actually be out of town for the next games, both the boys and the girls. We actually will not be back in this live broadcast until, pulling up our schedule now, January 2nd. Tuesday, January 2nd, we will be coming to you live for girls varsity basketball, and they will host Archbishop Carroll. And that game will be at 6:45 p.m. So we would definitely go to Twitter, CJ Productions, Facebook, CJ Productions. We will promote that live to give you a reminder. Please follow your Mustangs. I'm sure that you'll be able to find another live stream while they are out of town. Once again, this is CJ Productions bringing you Mustang Media. I'm Shanice Lee.
My name's Demetri Antonio.
Have a great night.